2, 1.
What's happening, y'all?
JB!
Just came up on a bunch of fruit, you know, and so we're gonna quickly just show you how to make some nutrients out of this fruit. So what I have here is I have a 5-gallon bucket that inside that there's some water, and then and a little bit of beer sanitizer. It's called Star San. So we got a little Star San in there. That just keeps your ferment from getting all rancid. And this stuff's it's an acid-based cleanser, so you're safe to just rock it out and just pour it over here. So now we're good. So next step is start getting some fruit in here. So I have all these pears and grapes. So I'm just gonna squeeze them in there. So then the next part is we have all the sugar. So this year I bought, this was a 5-gallon bucket of sugar that I bought. I think it was like $40, organic, unbleached sugar. And so we're just gonna add this fruit 1 to 1. So I'm just gonna take some, you know, when I take a handful of fruit, I'm gonna take a handful of sugar, just like that. You know, here's some apples. You know, so if you can't break them up by hand, you can just easily just go like this. Just chop them up, you know, like it doesn't have to be all kinds pro. Like this is not food stuff. You know, the smaller you chop them, obviously, the more surface area you have, but it's not critical. When you get to large scale, you know, farming like this, you know, it's like, how little do I need to do? So these are some grapes. So I'm just squeezing some of the grapes out, real simple. Here's an apple. So, oh wow, look, apple, it won't squeeze. Just chop it up a little bit. And so I've added a couple handfuls of fruits, and I'm gonna add some sugar. Mix that around. And could use a little more sugar. Yeah, 50-50 sugar to input, and it's already gooing. It's already gooing out. All right, so keep this video nice and short. Something you can do is add lactic acid bacteria. I can make another video of how to make this, but this will just kick off the ferment. With food ferments, you don't want to do this or don't need to do this. You want the acidity to naturally drop from the natural bacteria, and then the labs will come in. But with nutrients, like, you can just kick this shit off. So, you know, I didn't even measure that shit. And so I'll just continue to add the rest of this fruit. And then in the end, so we can just wrap this up so it's super easy and quick, you take a cheesecloth. Always like when you buy cheesecloth, like unfold the whole thing, lay it out, and then figure out how much you need. It's kind of folded in a weird way. And then, so you want double layer so that ants can't get in. If you do one layer of cheesecloth, if you use one layer of butter muslin, the ants typically can't get in. And then just wrap, what I do is I wrap paracord around the whole thing. So fill this whole thing up. At the end, before I put this on, this is just really important. Before I put this on, I'll cap it off with sugar. So you have like, it's almost like a lock on top where you won't have like mold and bad things like that. There's a high level of fermentation where that's salted, where the sugar is, and then it's also a dry area on top where it's too dry and it would suck through osmosis like the cellular juices out of any bad organisms. So that's about it. So now I'm just gonna sit here and grind up fruit by my hands and add sugar and cap it off, like I said, with the cheesecloth, tie it up with cord, and leave that for about, you know, 2-3 weeks. I've left them for a month by accident. As long as you do this properly and you add the lacto, man, it'll last you can forget about it for a year if you want to, but I'm gonna use this season. I'm still finishing off plants, and although some of them are gonna be harvested, I still have another month left on some of the plants, so I do need a flowering nutrient. So that's how you do it.